You can't drink alcohol if you want to lose weight. You've probably heard that before from your friends, family, other people within the industry. And honestly, that advice and that theory is complete bullshit. And just for legal reasons, this is water. So basically, ignore any Karens that tell you otherwise and that tell you that you can't go out and have a fun night out but also still make progress, because it's just completely wrong. Because alcohol isn't some magical fat gaining substance. It's literally just calories in liquid form that also has some other effects on you, such as lowering your inhibitions and causing you to get with that person that you really didn't want to get with. The fitness industry really pisses me off sometimes because it really loves extremes. It gets a boner over black and white thinking. You cannot go on a night out, for example. You have to sacrifice alcohol. You can't eat carbohydrates. You can't have takeaways. You need to go to the gym all the time. And the result in all of these theories is that people try so hard to be perfect. They last about 2 to 3 weeks, and then suddenly life gets in the way. Birthdays, celebrations, holidays, your cat's birthday, and you're organising a night out, whatever it is. And then afterwards you realise you fucked it and you say, fuck this, and completely quit. The thing is, that's not a fat loss problem or a motivation problem or a laziness problem. It's a sustainability problem, an adherence issue. Let's get something straight. Alcohol contains calories. To be specific, around 7 calories per gram of it, alongside the other ingredients that are contained within it. Now, fat gain happens when you consume too many calories relative to what you burn off. So if you drank, as an example, 2,000 calories worth of alcohol, but only burn off 1,800 calories, you would gain fat. But theoretically speaking as well, let's say you drank 2,000 calories worth of alcohol, but burn off 2,500 calories worth of alcohol, you'd still lose fat. And I'm not suggesting that anyone does that, because you'd feel like absolute shit, and there'd be some question over your mental health too, to be honest with you. But that hopefully proves that alcohol isn't some magical fat gaining substance when energy balance is taken into account. And I'm not saying that you can go off and smash off 10 pints of beer every single day and find fat loss easy, because you won't. It'll be really, really tough to do so. Because what makes alcohol a little bit trickier than any other food is that it has no nutritional value to it. It doesn't fuel your body, it doesn't fill you up, and it doesn't provide any nutrients which you'd probably get from a salad or a sandwich or some pasta. It's just liquid calories which your body actually wants to digest and get rid of as quickly as possible, considering it's a toxin, which is very easy to overconsume, especially if you're in a social setting. And it's also arguably hard to notice as well. For example, a pint of beer is around 200 calories. If you have 10 of them, you've effectively eaten a whole day's worth of calories out of those 10 pints. But let's be honest, we don't necessarily drink alcohol because it's good for us, because it's helpful for fat loss, because it fills us up. We drink it for different reasons, more personal human reasons, such as having a good night, socialising with friends, losing your inhibitions, and dancing like a dickhead on the dance floor. So every now and then, it's absolutely fine. You do you, go and have a good time. But the rule is, just try and account for it, and don't take the piss with it either. Treat alcohol like any other food and drink. Like, keep it within your weekly calorie budget. For example, if you do go out and you drink 1,000 calories worth of alcohol, then potentially account for it by eating 1,000 calories less over the days after the night out, or even on the lead up to it. 250 over the course of 4 days, or maybe even 100 calories over the course of 10 days. To make it a bit easier. There's some practical guidelines that I could give you as well. So for example, do it occasionally, not all the time. When I was at uni, I was out 5-6 times a week, and it's no surprise I look like a melted candle afterwards. Like, going out every now and then for a night out is fine, but when it starts to become 2 to 3 times a week, that's when it becomes an issue. Not just for your fat loss progress, but also for your sanity and your mental health as well. Spirits are usually a little bit more goal-friendly than beers, ciders, and wines. For an example, a shot of vodka is around 40 to 50 calories, when in comparison to beer, which is about 200 calories, you could probably have 4 singles and diet mixers for the same amount of calories as a pint of beer. Don't turn a one night out into a 3-day bender full of regret, and go back to regular eating and drinking patterns once the hangover settles. Don't then try and extend that over the course of 2-3 days and then only get back to it from Wednesday onwards, because that's not going to help at all. Also remember that the more you drink and the more that you go out, the harder it's going to be to, one, fix the damage, and also actually get progress with your fitness journey. It's kind of like spending money. If you want to, spend money on an expensive coat once a month or once every couple of months, you crack on. But if you spend money on an expensive coat 3 to 4 times a week, which is out of your budget, you're going to run into a few issues. Plenty of people, such as these, lose fat while still going on nights out, having fun and enjoying their social life. They're not special, they're just very realistic, and they actually account for it and stay disciplined enough to get straight back on it afterwards. They plan for it, they don't panic, and they don't let one night out derail their week completely. So you can have both. You can have fat loss and you can have physical progress without completely giving up your social life and enjoyment. You don't need to live like a monk to get fat loss results. And if you want some more advice on how to lose fat in a way which actually fits real life, then make sure that you follow my Instagram at k.p_health. Subscribe to this channel and like this video, because the YouTube algorithm pushes this to more people who probably need the same advice as you do. And as always, if you do want some in-depth tailored advice to making fat loss progress and transforming your body and confidence in the least wanky, least restrictive way possible, click the link in the description below, fill the form out, and I'll be in touch with you personally to discuss how exactly we can help you do that. Remember one thing, consistency beats perfection every single damn time. Catch you in the next one. Peace.